main event for the very first WrestleMania ever in 1985, you had the star of the A-Team, Mr. T.
Creeping up on the back of Mr. T, I can tell you that because it's got it written right here on the back of your chair.
The special guest referee was the greatest boxer of them all, Muhammad Ali.
Unbelievable individual, the greatest.
Your guest ring announcer was former Yankees second baseman and manager Billy Martin.
These gentlemen are a little bigger, I believe, than your average baseball player.
Well, they are. They're a lot fatter, let's put it that way.
And the timekeeper at the bell was Liberace.
It is going to be something else this Sunday.
Oh, it's going to be so exciting. I hardly wait.
So WrestleMania was a star-studded, crazy celebrity event from the very first one. And since we're talking about celebrities and wrestling, it seems only fitting that we have a celebrity guest star today.
The arena, straight from the bargain rack. The only librarian left.
Hi everyone, Leva Bates here. As a wrestler and a fan, I love watching WrestleMania just to see what celebrities are going to show up.
He is 2 cheeseburgers away from 175.
It's the time of year where you don't know who's going to come through that door.
What an amazing night it's been so far.
Who's going to come through that curtain?
It's Taylor, ladies and gentlemen, on the rope and...
It might be an actor. It might be a singer.
Oh, beautiful.
It might be an athlete. It might just be a random celebrity and you're like, how did this person get famous?
These are the Beverly Brothers and I really like them. I have all of your records.
Is this wonderful? It's just incredible. I am thrilled to be at WrestleMania 2.
Now we're going to hear Leva's pick for her favorite odd WrestleMania celebrity in a bit. But first,
WrestleMania 2, what the world is coming to.
I got to talk about WrestleMania 2 because this one was crazy with celebrities. WrestleMania 2 was held at 3 different places.
Los Angeles, Chicago, New York. Don't you dare miss it. I'll be there.
Because of this, they were able to pour the celebrities into each location. In the main event, we had guest referee Robert Conrad, who was a very famous actor who I knew from commercials where he would tell people to knock a battery off his shoulder.
I dare you to knock this off. I dare you to compare anybody's batteries, with alkaline power cells, and try to beat them for long life. You know what? You can't.
You might recognize Robert Conrad from the movie Jingle All the Way.
You've been duped. This is nothing but a harmless Christmas package.
There was a guest commentator at each of the 3 locations, and the worst of the 3 was Susan St. James. Susan was the co-star of a very famous sitcom called Kate and Allie, but on the mic, she mostly just said, uh-oh.
He almost knocked his mouth. Uh-oh. Come on, T. Your turn, T.
The timekeeper at the bell was bizarre at each location. In Los Angeles, you had Ricky Schroeder.
And I suppose you got things lined up after that already? You don't know, huh?
In Chicago, you had Clara Peller, the Where's the Beef lady.
You're good at it, Claire. You're really a star.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
That's good.
Right, I think it's good. It's
I'm
not
very
only...
happy.
You should be.
And then in New York, you had Herb.
This man could walk into your life and make you a millionaire.
Herb was a character that was created by the Burger King Company of the last man on earth who hadn't had a Whopper.
Because the first person to spot Herb in each restaurant wins $5,000.
The ring announcer was radio broadcaster Chet Kopic. Now, Chet would always have wrestlers on his show.
We welcome the Hitman, Bret Hart, a man who will main event, as we mentioned, WrestleMania 12 coming up a week from Sunday.
One of the judges for the Roddy Piper Mr. T boxing match was G. Gordon Liddy, who was famous for being one of the burglars who broke into the Watergate Hotel during the Nixon administration.
Of course, I had a knife. You always have a knife.
Yeah.
A shank, as it's called.
Shank. For you kids watching at home, it's a shank.
Now, G. Gordon Liddy had been doing a political talk show, which brings us to...
If I depended on a guy like you, New Jersey's preeminent lawyer, I'd find my ass in the crapper for the rest of my life.
Morton Downey Jr. was famous for smoking cigarettes and blowing smoke in people's faces.
Would you happen to have one of those for me? I'd like to smoke one of them.
Roddy Piper had an answer for him. But that's not the only political figure. At WrestleMania 14, we had Jennifer Flowers, who once had an affair with Bill Clinton.
Now, Rock, The people want to know if you were the leader of this country, how would you run things?
Well, actually, Jenny, The Rock feels like this. The term leader is really beneath The Rock. A more appropriate term would be ruler.
Oh, and the President of the United States was once hit with a stone cold stunner at WrestleMania.
I am a huge boy band connoisseur. I love my boy bands. I mean, I am wearing a boy band shirt, as you can see right now. They were not at WrestleMania. This is a Korean boy band called Oneness. They were not there. But someone that was at WrestleMania was Donnie Wahlberg. You know him from New Kids on the Block. He was at WrestleMania 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first.
Interesting fact about that. Not only was he a guest ring announcer.
It was cool, man. It was real. It was fun.
He had pitched an idea for Bret Hart and him to wrestle against Owen Hart and his younger brother, Mark Wahlberg. It didn't happen, obviously. But several years later, Mark Wahlberg ends up actually being a part of WrestleMania 38.
So let's go catch some greatness.
He was the opening package for night one. Because at this point, it was night one, night two. WrestleMania is 2 nights now. It's so much content, they need to split it up.
Welcome to the most stupendous 2-night WrestleMania in history.
So he was the opening package for night one. They believe they were in Dallas, and he was doing a cross-promotional thing for, I want to say it was Uncharted, that movie. But yeah, he did a cool little opening monologue, and they had showed like all these wrestlers and stuff while he was doing the monologue. And I want to say it ended with, "Nobody said it would be easy." Now, I'm not sure if that was exactly how it ended. That's just the line I remember.
Nobody said it was easy.
So there you go. A little bit of boy band knowledge plus wrestling, the 2 things I love the most. So maybe one day I'll get one of my Korean boy bands to be on WrestleMania.
Now, Donnie Wahlberg was at WrestleMania 10, and I went to that WrestleMania. I'm going to show you the ticket. It's right upstairs. So at the top of the stairs here is my WrestleMania 10 ticket. You can see I was up in the nosebleeds. Like the ticket cost $20. I got to see Little Richard do the national anthem.
The original wild man of rock and roll. Coming to the WrestleMania 10.
Now, who doesn't remember this? WrestleMania 7, Willie Nelson in the middle of the ring, wearing every single item from the merch table. He sang God Bless America while wearing a foam replica title, a WrestleMania t-shirt, a Hulk Hogan bandana, and Bret Hart sunglasses. I mean, who could forget that? I would assume Willie forgot it, but other than that, no one else forgot this. There have been so many weird celebrities: Burt Reynolds, Pee Wee Herman, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Snooki, Vanna White, and my all-time favorite, #1, Cy Sperling, the president of the Hair Club for Men.
Cy Sperling. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, my newest creation, the Fink.
Thank you, Cy. What do you think?
That?
Cy Sperling started the Hair Club for Men in 1976, and his commercials were always on the air.
If you've ever thought about doing something about your thinning hair, then this important new booklet is something you should have.
After selling you on the benefits of the Hair Club, he ends the commercial with this twist.
By the way, I'm not only the Hair Club president, but I'm also a client.
Well, I'm excited about WrestleMania. It's going to be a good weekend. Hope you enjoy it if you watch it. Either way, I'm glad you were here. Thank you to Leva Bates for coming on the show today. Check this out. This is a WrestleMania shooting arcade. You can shoot Hulk Hogan. You've got Ultimate Warrior up there, the Macho King Randy Savage. This is one of my prized possessions, and I dug into the history of this, and I demonstrate every bit of this weird shooting arcade, and it's in a video I'm going to put right up here. Otherwise, YouTube says this one is what is best for you, and I'll see you next time.